Goldthwaite, Texas is a small two-way town that boasts a population of nearly 1,800. Cindy Taylor grew up there in an ordinary family that she describes as having conservative values. As a child, Cindy's focus was family, community, church, and school. She describes it as both a great childhood, but yet not a perfect childhood.
I look back today and I think if I were to class ourselves, we were definitely lower income, maybe lower middle or upper low, I don't know, but certainly my dad worked very hard. He worked in a blue-collar job for a lot of military bases, interestingly, doing contract work. And we had a great family, but we had our hardships too. And so we had a lot of things to get beyond.
She lost her older brother Jim at a young age, and her mother struggled to deal with the tragedy. During the times her mother wasn't around, she was able to look to her father for support and guidance. Cindy says dads and daughters oftentimes are very close, and it was no different with her dad.
You know, I look back to the strength and character of my dad a lot because he kept our family together through some very, very difficult times.
Growing up in Goldthwaite, Cindy was involved in all the sports opportunities that the small town had to offer. She participated in cheerleading, basketball, track, and tennis.
I love tennis even today, but I was self-taught. I went to the tennis courts at the Methodist Church, and I taught myself how to play with my brother, basically. But I loved sports then, and I still do.
That self-motivation and passion wasn't the only thing Cindy learned from her involvement in sports. Even to this day, she believes that participation in sports can help kids feel more connected in school and at the same time teach important life skills.
And I think for me, it teaches very valuable lessons, but one thing it does build for a lot of people, including myself, is a sense of self-esteem, a sense that you are good at something. And obviously you come back to leadership and teamwork, and there's so many great things that I think sports brings to bear.
Cindy knew from an early age that education was important. Being a great math student, she sought a degree in accounting at Texas A&M University. There was never a doubt that she would attend college, especially if her dad had anything to say about it.
You were going to get a college degree, and there was no question about that. And that's why I say for me, Texas A&M was significant. It was transitional for me. It opened a lot of doors.
Cindy married Alan and began a family in the small town of West Columbia, Texas. Spending time with her husband and 3 boys, especially outdoors, is one of her greatest joys.
Family vacations are a real treat. I'll talk about my boys. They're both 3 great young men, but they're about 6'3". They're very athletic. And so when we go snow skiing over spring break, it takes on a whole new meaning because I want to keep up with them still.
While raising a family, Cindy began her career as an accountant for Ernst & Young in the oil and gas division. Cindy, however, longed for something more that would enable her to build it, grow it, and own it. Ultimately, that decision led her to where she is today, President and CEO of Oil States International. As a female leader in a male-dominated industry, she's been asked many times for her advice for young women wanting to enter the field.
This industry is a welcoming industry. If you're willing to work hard, contribute, be passionate about it, the opportunities are endless.
She has the same view of junior achievement. There is boundless potential for young people, especially when they have the opportunity to get direction on career choices and are given the right tools to lead them towards their future. Junior achievement also demonstrates that anyone can be successful.
But I think kids are looking for interaction with business leaders that help them pick a path down the road. And if we can keep the kids in school, keep them learning, I think a lot of the world's problems are going to be solved. But I think if I can be successful with some of the hardships that I have had and you know, a very common upbringing, I think anybody can.